Okay, see, me only gaming. Acha, after this, okay, after this I'll start. After this, don't worry. Okay, welcome back again. So, in this session, we'll be discussing about world history, and those who are here, you can just say hi over the chat so that I can know who all are there. Okay, ISC world history. No one. This will finish it in short. So, ISC world history, Mussolini's foreign policy. Okay, so I think it is better that there are two videos on my channel: aggressive policy of Mussolini and aggressive policy of Hitler. That you watch it separately. So directly I'll move on to a new one, that is Kenya. Okay. Okay, decolonization Kenya. That I think most of you have gone through it. No, there will be no hard checking. Paper will be very easy. You can go through it. Whatever are mentioned in the syllabus, go through that. No need to panic. Okay, just simple go through the question answers notes given by your school teacher. Everything will be fine. Okay, so back to the topic, decolonization in Kenya. So I've already sent a video to Mohit. He might be watching that. But here we'll be discussing about decolonization of Kenya. Okay, Kenya had a diverse population. Okay, yeah. So diverse population highlight. Okay, let me highlight it with full green. Yes, now I think it is clear, no? So discrimination by white Africans. So there was a presence of white Africans in Kenya, and due to that, many of the Kenyans, they are facing a lot of problem. Okay, the white Africans. Okay, let me highlight it, make it bold. Okay, now I think it's clear. Okay. So discrimination by white Africans. The black Africans were always treated as a second class. You can see here. Black Africans were always treated as second citizens. I'll make it green. Okay. Okay. Due to such discrimination, black Africans could never rise up. Never rise up. Okay. So tribal differences. There are two major tribal groups in Kenya. Number one is Kikuyas, and the second one is Luos. Okay. Those smaller tribes were worried about getting dominated by the bigger tribes. Okay, so Kikuyu and Luos wanted Kenya to become republic, whereas smaller tribes were in favor of federation, and this created a division and lack of unity had negative impact on the national movement. And then comes the role of Jomo Kenyatta. Okay, and the movement for a government was initiated by Jomo Kenyatta. Kenyatta. Yes, Jomo Kenyatta. K-A-N. This should be Y. Kenyatta, which spearheaded the Kenyan independence, and then finally African Party was formed. You can see here, Kenyan African Party. Okay, that is known as KAU. KAU. What is the full form of KAU? Okay, radical wing of KAU party was known as 40 groups. So all this thing you just go through that. Now finally, you see here. Yeah, explain this part, you go through it. Okay, explain the role on contribution of Jomo Kenyatta. Let me highlight it with green. Okay, Jomo Kenyatta, you can see here. He is considered to be the founding father of a nation, as he was the one who spearheaded the movement. His leadership inspired. Okay, so let me make it point number 3. Then it was perhaps, wait, I'll directly make it into points. Okay, now see here, I'll make it points 1, 2. Okay, see this. Point number 1, he is considered to be the founding father of the nation. Point number 2, he took a stand when white Africans, I think these things are not visible, no? Let me make it, let me make this background. Okay, now back. Explain the role and contribution of Kenyatta. He is considered to be the founding father of the nation. Number 2, he took up the stand of white Africans. Okay, it was perhaps his pro-British approach that helped Kenya. Okay, he was in favor of Pan-African movement since he was against racism. Okay, and finally it was his decision to make Kenya a republic. Okay, so these were the contributions of Jomo Kenyatta. Okay, this were the role of Jomo Kenyatta. So hopefully question is done from this chapter. Now anything left? Okay, now next let us move on to another important topic which we are going to discuss. Full screen. Problem in the Middle East. Number 1, what was Hussein McMahon correspondence? That's one you have to go through it. Okay, the correspondence shared between Hussein, king of Mecca, and McMahon, that is known as Hussein McMahon correspondence. Letters were exchanged. The next one is, what is mean by Sykes-Picot agreement? Okay, so it was a secret agreement between Britain, France, and Russia, which gave assent to divide Ottoman territories in Middle East after the war. This is the answer. You must go through it. Okay, now what was Balfour Declaration? So Balfour Declaration, the British issued this public statement expressing support for the establishment of national homeland for the Jews. This is known as Balfour Declaration. This is known as Balfour Declaration. Outcome and a long-term impact. What were the causes of first era Arab-Israel conflict? Number 1, that is the partition issue. Number 1, United Nations proposed for dividing Palestine into 2 parts. That was the issue. And declaring state of Israel. Okay, so on May 14, 1948, Israel declared independence, sparking immediate military response. What was the result? Victory of Israel became victorious. Okay, and large number of people were displaced. Arabian peoples were displaced, and there was a division of territories. Okay, now Suez crisis. What were the causes of Suez? What were the reason for Suez crisis? Number 1, nationalization of Suez Canal. Then Cold War rivalries. So all these topics were discussed, and there is a note in your copy also. Please go through that. Okay, I've already given notes. So now I'm going to wrap it up so that I'll start with class 10 civics. 6 days war. 6 days war, very very important. I'm not going to discuss this, but important topic, 6 days war and Yom Kippur war. What were the causes of a 6 days war and consequences of 6 days war? what were the causes of Arab-Israel conflict, what were the causes of Yom Kippur War, that you have to go through it. Okay, so this is all about from world history also. Anything you want to ask now, important queries, I'll answer it, then I'll end this. Anyone, anything? 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 Yes, so then any doubt? Now I'm going to end this class 12 session. Time is very limited. So nothing? Okay, then I'm going to end this video now. Thank you, thank you, thank you.